you had to ask for a 5 position that matches Bloodseeker and Invoker's playstyle, do you want save, or are you looking for like a Grimstroke? Like a super aggressive type of 5? Or are they just going to pick some like lane dominating 5?
For what? For what, the lane or the game?
I'm talking about the game here because from what I see, this 5 can't be picked for lane because he doesn't know the 3.
Honestly, I feel like something like a Wyvern that can like turn... That can
Wyvern
like turn a fight.
Bloodseeker is a thing because you set up the blood, right?
Oh, you mean with the Bloodseeker Invoker?
Yeah, I'm saying yes. Like they're probably gonna pick their 5 right here.
Actually, I wouldn't mind a Wyvern either. Like I think something with team fight. I think you need some sort of team fight because they've got a lot of like small skirmish stuff right between all 3 of these heroes.
I mean, Wyvern against Io is also amazing because of the tether, right?
Yeah, it's just not so good of a hero. A lot of people haven't experimented with it. I did see some people were playing offlane Wyvern, like Brax is playing it a lot. There was mid Wyvern. I think Gunner was playing that.
Oh, Brax says that Io's garbage in that capacity, right?
He does say for Io, but I'm saying like there's some experimentation going on with Wyvern, but I don't know if it's enough that people would pick it. Like
Wyvern has felt very weak whenever I've seen it in games.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure like if it's different in competitive, but in pubs I'm like never threatened by a Wyvern.
Clockwork wouldn't be bad. Something just disruptive, decent, okay damage.
As a 5?
As a 5, yeah.
I don't love it just because you're already seeing one core who doesn't die to clock.
Okay. Nice.
I thought Grimstroke was their pick. That's why I was asking. It just goes well with
Against
all their
the IO.
single target crap, and it's an IO counter.
Double rupture, double cold snap, double shackle.
Yeah, that's what double focus fire.
Yeah. Does that work?
I actually don't know.
I have no idea if that works.
I actually have
I
no
feel like
clue.
you could probably
You would
choose
never
the target.
attack both at the same time.
Yeah, you
but
could
might,
probably
like,
choose the
you'd
target.
probably be focus firing both of them. Yeah.
Double Omni Slash, boys. My favorite.
That would be sick.
My favorite combo.
Yeah.
That would be
I was so disappointed when that didn't work.
It's funny because I was thinking they had the ban Sven, but they can actually just pick it themselves. So they do it for the...
Yes.
Sven, Spectre seem like the 2 ideal against Wind Ranger.
I feel like you have to ban PA right now. I do not see how you allow them to have
Grimstroke PA.
Grim PA with Bloodseeker and Invoker with Alacrity. Okay, they banned the TB, which is the other problem hero for this.
I don't
Invoker.
even know. I don't even think Terrorblade would be a problem because like Grimstroke Terrorblade's like not a lane. I feel like you pick.
That's true.
You
Sure.
pick like I knowing Zoomers, they're gonna pick Ricky, man.
Oh
I don't
my
mind
God,
that actually. I
please.
like.
Please
they're
pick it.
gonna ban PA and then they're gonna pick Ricky.
Well, they can't. Why would they ban PA?
I'm
There's
saying
Sven.
Infamous is gonna ban PA, and then
Well, they ban TB. Do they have another ban left?
yeah, they have one more ban, dude.
Do they?
Have you been even paying attention this entire time?
There's no little slot there.
Yeah,
for
it shows up.
It show.
Yeah,
Just
watch
wait.
it. It'll show up.
Oh.
Look at that production value.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Jenkins is just
Dude, it's been so long since I've drafted.
it is, yeah. I imagine PA would be their bag.
I would
It's probably the most meta hero that goes with Grim in lane, right?
And then you have the double buffing heroes as well.
Yeah.
So for Infamous, you're looking for, I assume, an offlaner,
Yeah,
somebody that
that's
can frontline a bit.
Let's see. What else do we
Usually
have?
against Grim, I just prefer anything that doesn't die full to 0 to an Inkswell. So you've got a Rubik. You actually have decent disengage already. The lift alone in the early to mid game is nice against the Inkswell.
I'm also feeling I feel like Sammy Boy Ricky.
They already have some ganks set up. So against Invoker, Legion would have been nice actually. I would have liked Legion here. I'm not actually upset if they pick like a Baden or just some heavy save.
For Infamous?
Yeah, I'm not upset if because they have so much douche shit already.
I feel like they lack like early game damage.
They need a hero that just sits in lanes and pushes them. Because
When's the last time somebody played Bristleback?
Venomancer sort of thing.
When's the last time somebody played Bristle?
That hero's pretty bad.
Yeah. Very low win
That
rate
hero's
hero.
real
What
bad.
did they change to make him so bad? 'Cause
It's just the popular items like Scotty. Like once any carry gets a Scotty, his
Silver
game's
Edge,
just
Echo
over.
Saber.
Yeah, Scotty, Silver Edge.
Tons of breaks. You can't creep cut anymore either. So your option for the creep cutting on him is pretty
It
bad.
turns out since they added so many ways to reduce healing and sustain, that all the beefy healing sustain heroes that are core, like ones that are themselves the sustainers, like Alk and Bristle, they're bad now.
Yeah.
The cores that can get rid of all these negative debuffs, but then get buffed up by healers, are the new meta.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You have the Io Sven, as an example.
You know what would make Bristle really broken if they changed it? If they made it so that the 200 damage threshold, or whatever it is, for 250, for popping the Bristleback, if that was after reductions.
Before reductions, you mean? 'Cause
Before
right now it
reductions.
is after.
Yeah, right now it's
They
after.
should raise it to like 400 and then
Like
make
now
it
it's like he
before
literally
reductions.
needs to take 200.
Yeah, yeah. They
200
should.
damage.
I always thought that they should raise it by a lot.
Yeah.
But then make it before reductions, so that if you get enough reductions,
Right. Oh, so armor.
you're actually
so
taking
armor would
no
actually
damage.
matter.
Yeah, yeah.
then.
I'm saying that
Yeah,
damage
'cause-
block, his Bristleback passive as well, would actually make it do more.
Because he's like entirely about regen right now. Even
Yeah,
armor
yeah.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
All your armor and everything is just about not getting bursted.
Also, the biggest nerf to Bristle was the tower armor. All the carries and supports just have 3 extra
So
armor.
diving tower's not nearly as effective.
Yeah.
Huh? So they
That's true.
So you said Clockwork
They
for
either-
the other team.
either have a core clock, Rubik, or Io.
I hope it's Io.
That is interesting. I think core Io is.
You know what? I'm actually taking that back. Clockwork Core owns the crap out of Bloodseeker. And, like, pretty decent against
Well,
Invoker.
according to you, they don't need any help against Bloodseeker.
Well,
right?
yeah, like, that hero's already bad enough. But, you know what? I'm out of principle. I'm rooting against 4Zoomers
Ooh.
here.
Monkey
Monkey
King. Okay.
I actually like that pick, surprisingly. But, I'm not going to lie to you.
All
If
right.
it was a Gunner Monkey King, I'd say, okay. But it's a Sammy Boy Monkey King.
Uh-oh.
And Sammy Boy's crutch is, let's go, boys, get him! Before it is time.
So you're
That
going
is
infamous.
a hero that does that and gets in trouble for it.
He does. You jump in on that hero.
Yeah,
There's no way
yeah.
out.
So I'm gonna
No
call
way
it. I'm
out.
gonna call infamous here. I hate to do it, but yeah.
Jenkins.
I'm gonna go Zoomers. I like the combos they have.
All right, a 1-1 split. We'll see what happens with Game 1 between these two teams as we return from this short break. Hello and welcome back for Game 1 between Infamous and 4Zoomers. Sammy Boy Monkey King. Thoughts?
I think
I've expressed my thoughts.
that between the minute break, there were some thoughts expressed.
Mm-hmm.
Banana Slam and I both have played on numerous teams of Sammy Boy, aka Bammy Soy, and there are some heroes
You just can't give them.
that you just maybe can't give him. And today we're going to see if he has changed,
Okay.
if he can prove us wrong, and I would love to see that.
All right.
I really would.
I think Monkey King is a hero that you can feel so strong, and he's either a raid boss or he just dies instantly. That really is Monkey King. And I feel like that is not the type of hero I would usually give to Sammy Boy. I would like consistent heroes like Terrorblade, for instance. Like, I would feel much more comfortable giving
He's
him
an
those types of heroes.
insanely good Terrorblade.
Yeah, like, he just plays, like, I'd much rather give him a very reliable, stable carry, because he himself is not that way.
The thing with Sammy Boy is he pushes everything to the absolute complete limits,
Yes. he
whether
does.
or not
It's
he
good.
knows the limits.
Whether or not he knows
So-
what those are.
And so, on Terrorblade, for example, he is a devastating force because he does know the limits. With, something like Monkey King, maybe.
He's apparently a platinum Monkey King.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm totally open to the idea that he's just owning with this hero now because I know he does. He's also a hero spammer. He's very, very comfortable just playing something like 30 games in a row.
Those are some weak ass cosmetics, dude.
Those are
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
those are
Why?
bad.
you've got the golden one, the golden staff, and you've also got that dragon set that was the ultra rare that looks really cool. You know,
Well-
it makes your ult the dragon circle.
He doesn't
thing.
have the Arcana either.
I
So
bet Gunner has
and
it.
the Arcana.
this is my issue with the Arcana. I think this face he has is actually incredibly good. But
Okay.
it takes over the Arcana. That's the issue.
Yeah.
So I have to choose the Arcana, of course.
My problem is that Monkey King cosmetics combined could be worth at least like $250. This is
Yeah.
like an $8 Monkey King.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
And
the face is Dota Plus. That takes some grinding.
Yeah,
you know?
but that.
And you got to pay monthly
but
for it.
Gaben is upset with this. Is
Oh, I
what I'm
see.
trying to say.
How,
And
do you have
Gaben-
evidence of this?
When Gaben's upset,
I mean, that
It's
just
not good.
correlation, like
Oh, okay.
causation, correlation, all that stuff.
Right.
those are the same thing.
Yes. Shut up, Jenkins.
Infamous having some internet issues.
Would you say the NA region is infamous for these pauses?
Yes.
It's actually annoying. Very
Really?
annoying. Yes, it happens in like. I'm actually not exaggerating. Probably 75% of games.
Pre-game pauses, you mean?
I'm talking about pauses that happen before the 0 minute mark after
I
you
would
leave for a
argue
bite.
it's higher than 75%.
It might even be higher. I was being pretty generous, like lenient.
I legitimately think pregame pausers. I think there should be some mandatory community service at least that you have to do, if not jail time.
Hear me out.
What
Sunby.
kind of
You know
community
Sunby.
service?
Okay, you go ahead.
Picking up, not like picking up trash and things like
Yeah,
that.
but what would you do in Dota? You have to be forced to watch
No,
replays
I
of
think
like.
I
You
think
pick
it's,
up other Dota players.
I think it's on the local
'Cause they're
governments
never
to
mind.
enforce this.
In Dota.
Yes.
Okay.
It's that heinous of an act to pregame pause. I've never once pregame paused. If you start a game and you need to go take a leak and you pause, there's no worse act that you can perform in a game of Dota. I'd rather you grief and throw down and feed down mid.
I want to be clear to people at home. If you're one of those people that does this, you are acknowledging or you are openly saying that your 30 seconds is worth wasting 30 seconds for 9 other people. That is what you are saying. That
and that's additive, right?
And you
Yeah.
hate you. And
that you basically devalue their time.
dehumanize.
And what I was going to say was I had Sunby on my pub team. You know, Sunby, ex-coach for Team
Sunby
Secret.
does not like
He does
pregame
not tolerate
pausers.
this. He
No.
was on my team, and one of my teammates said BRB bathroom, and disconnected, paused. SUNSfan. Sunby instantly unpaused on our team and said, if that guy queued up, he should be ready to play.
That's
and
right.
we got to play the first minute of the game without our carry.
I've actually
He was the carry.
Sunby was the support, so he got all the levels. But he said, if you queue up, you better be ready to play.
See, that's the kind of attitude I love. That's great.
I respected it. I said, you know what? I am not upset with this.
He actually convinced me to. I've started to do that as well. If somebody leaves at the start, it's not clearly a crash. If they say something BRB washroom, I unpause as well.
Yeah, I respect that
Apply
you're willing.
the same principles.
You have to do it if it's also on your team, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, but
P
having
Dagger
said that, I
is also-
believe that most of these are not related to that. At least I would hope
Oh,
so.
of course.
This
It's
is
just-
more likely infrastructure issues or computer
Well, the ones
issues.
in competitive, I would expect would be probably something to do with actual issues.
There's been a
Yeah.
lot of crashes
But
in
in
Dota
pubs,
lately.
I refuse to believe that many people actually have that many issues.
People go
Right.
dude, in this region, people go smoke, people go pee, people go get food.
Yeah, they actually just do
BRB,
things.
gotta
They
go
were-
get the door for pizza. Very
Yep.
important, as Bloodright will start the game off. We'll actually connect on both
That was a lot
the
of
Sven
damage.
and Io. Yeah, but not enough for a kill.
Interesting, no Bracer on IO. You usually see Bracer, but instead he went for the double ring or region.
The Envy
new.
build.
Yeah. Verifiers wall, burst regen.
Apparently he thinks he's a carry.
Yeah.
Because that's the MB carry build, if people were wondering. Why does it say Void Spirit has a double damage?
It'll say that for the whole game.
Oh,
It's just to remind us that it's a possibility.
I see.
He probably will get a double damage at some point. In
Yes,
this game.
And then it'll toggle off.
a broken clock is right twice a day.
Very well said.
That's true.
Yes, Jay, thank you. What do you guys think of Void Spirit versus Invoker as a 1v1 matchup?
Pretty even, I think.
Yeah, I feel like Void Spirit just nukes the wave. Invoker takes the shield off. He's right-clicking a melee hero for very low damage. No real kill threat either way. Unless there's a rotation, of course.
Both heroes have pretty reliable ways of getting CS, and the other one doesn't have the best way of shutting it down. So
Yeah, exactly.
he's going to tornado this range creep.
Yeah, there we go. Just like that. The classic. The mid laner classic right there.
Was Morphling picked or not picked, obviously, but was he banned at all this game? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Are they staying away from Morphling after yesterday's debacle?
I would say Gunner is putting him on the bench for a bit.
Yeah, makes sense.
I love when that happens in a Bloodseeker. You're going for the range creep. You try to snipe the deny. Take a silence right to the face. Easy money. Yeah, you would know that feeling, BSJ.
I would not know that feeling because that hero's trash.
Well, you don't play it, so.
Oh, this is a core Rubik, by the way.
How did Sammy Boy get this cosmetic, by the way? The ultra rare thing, whatever what's it called? Sunken emblem?
Sunken Relic, I think.
Sunken relic?
That's a good question.
Did somebody gift it to him? Was he lucky? Did he purchase it? Because for people like Arteezy, 100%, somebody gives it to
Sammy
them.
Boy's got some like.
Pro players never buy anything.
Sammy Boy's got like some super fans. I could 100% see somebody having.
I
gifted
believe
this
that
thing.
I would, for
Okay.
Sammy Boy's case, I would more deem it a cult following.
He has. Yes. Sure.
What
like the
kind of cult? Like the cult of Callahan or
No,
more
see,
sinister in nature?
He's like the Donnie Darko of Dota.
What does that mean? Donnie Darko is an incredible movie.
Yeah, but it's like a cult following movie.
Oh, I see. Okay, cult classic. Sure. Yeah. When it came out, it wasn't very popular, actually.
He's like the Waco of Dota.
Sure. Thank you.
Infamous is winning all 3 lanes in CS right now. Up by 5 in mid lane, up by 4 bottom lane, and up by 3 top lanes. So that's pretty sizable 2.5 minutes into the game.
Yep, Stormhammer onto Ocean here, but
Just
the usual harassment back and forth.
I like that they rotated the Rubik to core because they're against Monkey King. Like, they chose to put the ranged hero out of the 2 as a core.
I've seen the occasional Rubik offlane lately. It's actually not that bad.
I'm too limited to play that.
Battery Assault dealing a lot of damage to Husky, and the right clicks will commence and finish him off.
Sammy tried to soak it up there. He's not even going to use the Q just because he knows it's not going to kill him. Oh, just
Boundless Strike is there, and the
shows
Courier actually
Jenkins'
takes a hit as
awareness.
well.
And by that was actually a compliment, Jenkins, because he did not kill him with it.
Thank you.
Would you say Sammy Boy knew the limit there, or
I
did
think
not know
no.
the limit?
I think he knew the limit. He was just he's just using it.
What build do you think Monkeys will go for on Bloodseeker? Not what you think he should go for. What will he go
That sounded
for?
really weird to me for a second, but because I was thinking Monkey King the second
Right,
you said
right.
monkeys, and I was like, what? And then I had to think about it, and then I thought you were being insulting.
Monkey
and
King Bloodseeker.
I feel like Monkeys is the type of player to always be consuming information, and the Zoomers, they look a lot at like European drafts and and heroes, and I would say that he's probably seen a bunch of builds, and he could change it up.
I think he will probably go Yules here.
I think he'll probably go Yules as well, but he could change it up.
I think against Sven though, Yules kind of goes down in value.
Not bad. Just good old-fashioned skill.
Oh, power shot into the Blood Riot. Not enough to take out Io, but again, dealing heavy damage. Overcharge can be popped.
Overcharge is a spell.
Bloodseeker passive too, though. Just regen versus regen here. Really, the only person that takes damage is the Wind Ranger.
Seems like such a nice Sven game though, because once he gets BKB, he just gives no shits. You may say, "There's Rupture, BSJ." Well, that's a garbage ability.
No, I'm not so much thinking about the Rupture. I'm more so, I think the Monkey King, like Sven Stormhammering into a Monkey King ult can be
I see.
ultra kind of committal and
Wow.
pretty devastating.
Barely got out of that Bloodseeker silence there.
Man, I can't wait for the Bloodseeker Rampage this game.
I guarantee you, Monkeys will have one of his worst games of his career.
Man,
Well, I
alive.
feel like you would say that
And
regardless
this is
of
not-
Bloodseeker.
Where's
This
that
is
one
not-
death of game that we were talking about before? Stormbolt?
I will mention it when it happens.
All right, well,
It will
Bloodseeker
happen.
dies. That wasn't it, though, right?
No, that was like
That's
that was
fair.
just a hasted mid laner ganking you.
Gotcha.
I would die to that 100 times over.
Grimstroke trying to get up another nuke, but Battery Assault prevents that from happening.
Surprised Gunner didn't like call that though. I feel like that could have been called. Like you probably saw the bottled haste rune at some point.
Well, it doesn't look like they have a rune ward, but yeah.
but like he probably showed in lane with
was
the
a
bottle,
minute
right?
ago, yeah.
Yeah. That might actually be Gunner's fault. And I'm always down to blame somebody else when I'm dying.
Yeah, for sure. It's the offlane way, right?
Monkeys is usually way more less toxic.
That's been made abundantly clear by now.
Yeah, the funny thing is that Sammy Boy is playing this Monkey King, and this lane doesn't even feel that good to me.
It doesn't. I mean, I think it's what you said. It's like Papita being playing the Rubik is he can't just bully
You
out
just call him
the
Papita?
range core. Yeah, Papita Rubik.
Papita.
No, it's Papita.
Papita?
I like that better, yeah, Papita.
All right, looks like we have an initiation with the Tornado into the Blood Right onto Mr. Sven himself, and this looks to be a kill for 4Zoomers, and indeed it is. Io not able to keep their carry alive there.
Yeah, nice rotation.
On the other side, they're going to have a telekinesis onto the Grimstroke, so Husky takes the tumble.
Okay,
One
that's
for
why he
one.
never does this in my games. What the hell?
What,
I know.
TPs and helps?
He really
yeah,
doesn't.
he does not
he
gank
really
in pubs.
doesn't.
He actually does not
He just
gank
hits
in pubs.
creeps even on Void Spirit.
That's surprising to me. Like I'll be honest. You know, I'll be upfront. I do not like this guy.
Wow.
And his rotations so far have been quite good.
Yeah. No.
Do you like him less or Bloodseeker as a hero?
Or monkeys? your supposed
Bloodseeker doesn't have a
friend
choice. 'Cause Ice
or
Frog-
your close friend Monkeys
that you have a
forever.
podcast with.
Ice Frog dictates Bloodseeker's like status, so he can't control that.
Ice Frog
Can't
dictates
ex-
monkeys forever status too.
No. The funny thing is, like, you somehow are trying to pin me against monkeys, but all I did was say he dies on lane once a game, and then you're telling me flamed him forever.
Yeah,
All right, we'll see if that
we'll see.
comes to fruition this game
Yeah.
and for the rest of the series.
We'll
Just
see
keep
it.
track.
We keep the monkeys one death watch.
Yeah. But it's always a very impactful one or not?
It's
would you
it's
say?
actually a really important death that he
It's
has.
it's
it
impactful.
usually is one that leads to like a key objective.
If it happens.
If it happens.
Yeah, it's impactful.
Okay.
It's like the offlaner is usually the guy that's like dealing with some lane and like the boundary basically of
the
an
two we
area.
saw yesterday, one went to Roche and the other one went to losing mid-tier 1.
Right.
Yeah, you almost always lose something.
So Sven continuing to take out stacks with the help of Io. So as a result, the net
shovel
worth
for
is
Io.
Oh, hit up that shovel.
He's
Let's
got to
go.
get he's actually got to get the stack off, so that's priorities.
So
I like that.
Fair
efficient.
enough.
So efficient.
Wait, they
Beautiful.
see the shovel, right? They're gonna
They'll
go back to the
find it
jungle camp
eventually.
and see the shovel.
Eventually they'll see it as
Do
Rubik
they-
dies, but the farming is more important. Pop-Tart,
Yeah, Pop-Tart,
go
you
back
understand.
to that
Those
circle.
cans are worth more than the Rubik.
Yes, that is definitely true.
That is true, literally.
What do you think's better, Rubik offlane or Bloodseeker offlane, Brian?
I would rather have a Rubik.
I actually.
I
hate you.
can't play Rubik, but I would rather have a Rubik.
Would you rather be a Rubik or a Bloodseeker?
I would rather be a Bloodseeker because I cannot play
Okay.
Rubik. But if I was not
I'm-
playing offlane, I would rather have an offlane Rubik.
I'm shocked to hear you say that. It's like some AI of your voice or
Well,
something.
the point is that
Soundboard.
if I could play Bloodseeker at 100%, I'd rather play him than play Rubik at 30%.
Are you saying you can play Bloodseeker 100%?
If I
Because
were
it
to
sounds like
practice,
your
yes.
100% equates to very, very poor Bloodseeker play based on what we're seeing
Yes,
in these
but
games.
for me, it's 100% of my capabilities.
At least you're realistic. So Sammy Boy stuck inside the cogs. Can't even get the balanced strike off, so that's an important kill. But there are rotations in the form of Gunner on the Invoker. Ends up draining all the mana from Mr. Clockwork, but don't think they're going to be able to find anything as
That's an
Io
old
and
Sven,
Sven
though.
have come. I can't believe the ult is still up after the
Gun
neutral
Daddy.
camps they took.
No, he
Blood
doesn't
Right
wait, he doesn't have it still.
forces everybody back.
No, it's out. He's just
Blood Right
ruptured.
literally won that fight, BSJ.
And that's an offlaner that rotated, and now he's stuck here.
Yeah, that is.
He's
gotta look
actually,
at the
it's
bright
actually a
side.
super awkward situation. Like, where do they go? I guess Invoker has to walk back mid? Okay, that's fine.
Problem is Sammy has to go top, and now he's playing into two heroes. Like, this is
Yeah.
terrible for him. I think he just gets TP'd on by, like, Clockwork or something right now.
Map control-wise, this is actually a very good move for Infamous because they basically both teams brought 4 heroes, but Infamous relocated 2 of them rather than
Yep, that's the power.
TPing them. Looks like they're trying to smoke back into mid. I think this is a good move by 4Zoomers. Like, they have to do it. Will it work? Well, now that hit, maybe?
Yeah, Void Spirit taking a ton of damage,
I
able
feel
to
like
dispel.
he
Oh,
could just live. Okay.
Io comes to save the day, at least for now.
Oh, he
Void
fucked that
Spirit's
up.
still extremely low, though, as now Ocean is coming to play, but looks like he might live, although Ocean
He needs to
still
die here, like, they actually-
shackle.
oh
Yeah,
my
it's just too
God.
much damage mitigation. It does
He's
connect on the
alive.
nuke, though, but Ocean might pay with this,
Oh, no.
with his life.
Oh, that's a disaster.
Man.
They actually just brought 4 heroes bottom, then rotated 5 heroes mid,
Mm-hmm.
and lost a hero.
Well, they might get the Io. This will be close if the
Tether?
tether's up.
Oh.
Oh, mid-tether.
He could have maybe popped that salve to live. I think he might have lived with like 1 tick of the salve. Would have been really close.
Much needed kill for Sammy Boy for sure. As we're looking at the net worth, I mean, no big surprise considering Sven has been taking out stacks, but 1,300, 1,400 net worth advantage for Sven.
Most notably that Monkey King is going for like this Battle Fury, probably Ags build. I've seen it a lot, or heard about it a lot more so in the Chinese region.
It's like the only build people are going
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Ags basically... Okay, here we go. Gunner getting gone on mid.
Yep, Grim Struggle. Is that a double rupture?
Indeed.
Into
Something.
standing
I mean,
still. The ultimate counter to Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Standing still.
That's actually why Io, in my opinion, is so good against Bloodseeker. Any hero that sits there healing you, you just stand still until the rupture's over.
Right.
And just reinforcing the concept that Bloodseeker is a god-awful hero.
Mm.
I mean,
Okay.
the Playmaker died is the problem. Like, when you have
Does
Invoker die first.
It
There's
has nothing to do with Invoker. It is because Bloodseeker is terrible.
Okay.
does Monkey King Ag still allow you to solo Roche without aggroing?
No, you
They
aggro.
fixed that?
Yeah, I believe they
Okay.
fixed that. The thing about Monkey King Ags I was going to say is the nice thing is you usually have a problem on Monkey King if you get initiated onto. Like if you're sieging, usually you get jumped and you can't ult.
This
But
is
now
nice.
you actually die to the clones of Monkey King if you jump him when he's like standing still for 10 seconds.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the benefit of the Ags. It changes the way he's able to play, which makes it a good Ags.
It's really nice.
Oh, they're
About-
stacking again. They're going to block the stack with the smoke ink. Very nice.
But still, plenty of stacks to go around for Sven to continue this lead that he has. Sammy Boy still is second in net worth, but again, Sven is just starting to get out of control. I mean, at what point does Sven feel comfortable Just fighting constantly. Do
When
you have
he
to wait
gets
for a
Ags
BKB?
BKB, he will fight constantly. I
Okay.
think. Ags BKB. But he'll be willing to participate prior to that.
Right.
But at that point, I think if he has Ags BKB and Monkey King's got like Battle Fury +1 item, Sven's got this huge timing that he can just do whatever the hell he wants. Because that like third item is what Monkey King starts to become scary, right? You have like Ags Battle Fury, but then you have like a Scotty on top of it or something like that.
Sammy Boy about 1,000 away from finishing Battle Fury for himself.
Etherlens Rubik got the EMP. I am curious to see how this offlane Rubik plays out. Because they have so many frontliner heroes and other roles, I'd imagine offlane Rubik is okay here.
I mean, I miss core Rubik. You guys weren't even around for the Dendy days, right?
Yeah,
Rubik
I watched
Dendy?
a pub about 6 months ago with Thompson, who was against a Void Spirit, and Treads Deso Rubik stole Astral Step.
Oh.
And just
Yeah,
two-shot
Yeah.
Yeah, because you steal damage now, right, with the talons.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was hilarious.
The Fade Bolt steal damage.
Yeah, that's
it
pretty
was
cool.
hilarious.
I mean, people don't usually take that unless you go for that
No,
crazy
they
build,
don't.
right?
No.
yeah, that's Thompson's special, but it was so funny. He like literally insta-killed a support by just double Astral Stepping them.
Yeah, Fogged was.
And Rubik
was-
has no cast animation.
We were playing Party Queue with Fogged at Omega League. He was just rushing Daedalus.
Did it work out?
It was working, actually. It was working. It was-
The reason why Thompson went Treads Deso, because he was against Void Spirit and Monkey King. So he just kept stealing Boundless Strike as well as the Astral Step.
Yeah.
It was just like two-shotting people.
Thompson's a genius,
Yeah,
man.
he's an innovator. Like, I know for a fact he wouldn't have gotten that build if he weren't against
Oh,
those heroes.
Rupture onto Michael.
Michael.
Bloodright will not connect, but still taking heavy damage, just running away. And they spot him. Looks like he'll end up dropping. Position, I guess that is the 5, right? The clockwork.
That is the 4. 5 position IO.
Well, I feel like Io's going to get more farm, though, right?
Not really. I think because
it's-
Io's just going to follow Sven. Io will be high level, though, because he's just following Sven.
I mean, it's always like a 4 or 5 when you have an IO. There's usually.
Yeah, it feels like it's never a true position
No,
5.
and Clockwork doesn't really farm creep waves, so.
Neither of their supports is going to get any farm because they have a Sven consuming everything.
Yeah, they're
That's
kind of
just
both
kinda how it
farms.
goes.
honestly.
How much do you get for stacking?
40%.
You get a good amount, actually.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
So
actually
Io
a lot.
should get a decent amount
Yeah,
then,
they've
right,
buffed
in theory.
they've buffed Io a lot, or buffed stacking a lot.
yeah, stacking is nice right now.
I like. It's funny. I had Moo playing carry. I think it was maybe. I don't remember who. I think it was Moo. And they were literally saying like, "Stack for me, guys. It's 90 gold." Like stack ancients. Like, come on, guys. You get so much. Do it for you.
It's really 90?
Because ancients are about 200-ish, 180 to 200. So it's like around 80
That's
to 90
nuts.
gold.
That's nuts when you put the actual number out there.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
then
funny
gold
that
is
they've
the-
had to incentivize people to do it that way, right? But then again, the Dota is felt better quality of life-wise for supports if you compare it to days of old.
That has definitely improved significantly in the last few years.
Neutral items. Oh, looks like we're going to see the focus fire. And Io is just about dead, but will survive because of all the reinforcements. Grimstroke, Windrunner, completely dumpstered. And they might be able to find more in the form of the Invoker.
Oh, that's the
Aether
Rubik
Remnant
Storm.
connects, and Sven is just pounding into everybody. Good lord.
Man, stealing that Bloodright is super effective on Rubik, actually, because you can just lift them into it.
Rubik is a better Bloodseeker than Bloodseeker.
I would agree with that, actually.
There are heroes I will
Bloodseeker-
not pick into Rubik, and I would actually put Bloodseeker as one of them. Because all of his abilities that you will get are very good. All of them. Even the Q.
Who would you pick Bloodseeker into?
I'm saying there's a lot of offliners. Mars is great. Night Stalker is great. There's a lot of offliners that don't have amazing spells to steal. Bloodseeker's spells are all really good. The
Saying,
hero
who
sucks,
would you
but all of his spells
I'm
are
saying,
really
who
good.
would you
His
pick?
spells are good, but his body just needs a lot of work.
What are you going to say, Jenkins?
I was saying, who would you pick Bloodseeker into?
I
Night
mean, I
Stalker's
would
actually-
literally never pick Bloodseeker.
You really have a vendetta against
They
this
would
guy.
have to have Lycan, Pango, and a Night Stalker.
That's true. Pango, it's actually unplayable with
Yeah,
Pango.
Pango mid, Night Stalker offlane, Lycan carry, and I will pick Bloodseeker. If I
What
have
if it was
10
two of the three? Oh, looks like we have initiation here. Grimstroke ult. They've already lost Gunner, though. So, 4Zoomers on the run.
Like, what more evidence do you need? It's lost every
I was
single
going to
game
say,
horribly.
was there a Naga sleep?
Oh,
They all just stood still.
I feel like I've expressed that I disagree with the idea and concept of pets, and I think I actually have the least extreme opinions out of the two of us.
With that specifically, or just in general?
In general. I think BSJ, Brian Cannabis, if I can call you that,
Yes.
has the most aggressively stupid opinions.
Wow, that's very harsh.
It is.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of another word. I don't think they're stupid. Extreme opinions.
You can call it less educated.
Let me go.
The way I've developed over the years, though, is that I'm more open to the idea that I'm wrong. So, at least I'd like to think I am. So, if somebody proves to me otherwise, I will say, okay. But Bloodseeker has had like 4 chances.
Yeah, well, I mean, you always.
Small sample size in the grand scheme of things.
This is true. Let me.
Need 1,000 games.
I've literally lost with it in my games. Every pub that has a Bloodseeker on the team loses.
That's not possible.
Okay, it's maybe won once or twice. Like,
This is
I'll
the
give it
problem with Dota. Number one.
once or twice.
What did you say to me? You've been helping me with carry, okay? Everybody knows this. It's public information. Banana Slam, Jamma, making Jenkins great again, making him a great carry again. What did you say to me when I said I can't? When I said PA feels bad? You said it's not your playstyle, Jenkins. You can't play that hero.
Yes. So are you
So
saying
what
Bloodseeker's
if-
just none of these
what-
people's playstyle?
No. What if Bloodseeker just isn't your playstyle?
What if it's just none of the people we've been watching? Is that what
the
you're saying?
3 people?
Yes, all of the games we've been watching.
Okay. What if it's not their playstyle?
Yeah, what if it's just Monkey's playstyle?
So if a tier 1 team, like let's just say Secret, is able
Okay.
to successfully use Bloodseeker, you think it's only good because they're playing?
I think Bloodseeker is incredibly difficult to pull off.
Do you think Bloodseeker is harder or easier in pubs versus competitive?
I think it is worse in pubs.
Bloodseeker has a 54% win rate in pro-level pubs currently with 518 picks out of about 7,000. So he's in like close to 10% of games.
So here's my question for you. If you're a Bloodseeker and you're against a carry that has any idea of positioning, how often will that carry die to you?
Well, I'm just telling you what the stats say. The stats are looking good for
Okay,
him.
now my next question for Jenkins, since he didn't answer me, is how many rank 500s or worse do you think have good positioning?
Probably about 613 of them.
Out of the like million players? Or are you saying the immortal bracket?
Immortal bracket.
So
probably
like
about
between
613.
500 to like 3,000, that 600 of them have good positioning?
Yeah, I think so. About 600.
Okay, that's like 1/4.
Yeah, sure.
I can give you that.
I think there are people that have strong.
So 75%
points,
of
weak
people
points,
will be punished by Bloodseeker's kit.
possibly.
Okay.
So you want to go back and say that in pubs it's better?
I'll give you the no, I don't think that at all. I still
Okay.
think at the level we play, Bloodseeker is a terrible hero.
So at what point does he become good?
I think he becomes good when the other 2 lanes play around the hero. Like the timings of the hero, the way the hero plays the lanes, like
All right,
Secret,
get ready as
a
we're back in
unit,
the game for a
plays around
Bloodseeker
Bloodseeker
rampage to
incredibly.
come. It would be only fitting right now as the Blood Right
The
does
games
not
I
connect.
saw Secret win, they were snowballing all 3 lanes. And that's what Bloodseeker will do. I think Bloodseeker is very good at that.
I was about to say I can't tell if they're walking back to base because they disconnected or if they actually wanted to exit.
This might be Bloodseeker's first win of the tournament, people.
Based on disconnections. They're up 6K at 17 minutes, but they're likely to lose as their internet will not cooperate.
Not good.
No. So here's a since I have time, it's the same theory. Okay, I'll actually ask you, why do you think Clinks has such a high win rate in like lower pubs?
Clinks.
People don't buy sentries. /
It's
dust.
interesting.
Sure.
What do you think?
What rating of pubs are you talking about?
Like pretty much all pubs.
Like as in divine and below?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I think people don't buy detection.
What's like the number one way
there's-
to punish Clinks?
There's not going to be a
Detection's one of them.
There's not going
going
to be a ward sentry combo at the entrance to the jungle, which
Okay.
any good support will do. They'll put ward sentry and your
You're
entire
overthinking this, I
jungle will
think.
be safe. People step out of position. They die to Clinks. He solo kills people.
I would say Clinks' number one issue is he doesn't push lanes. At the highest bracket where people prioritize pushing lanes, Clinks sucks. But
This
in
is true,
3K, if nobody pushes lanes, Clinks is a god. Because the only thing the hero doesn't do well is push lanes.
And we're back in the game again as the smoke
Think
of
about it.
deceit from 4Zoomers
following
is
you.
online.
I've told my viewers that and they don't believe me.
Sammy boy getting a little bit of vision
day.
here as they're going to run right into... Looks like they're going to prioritize Io. Probably a good choice. Balance Strike keeps him in place. Hook shot to kind of counteract this, but they're able to take out the IO
Oh, he's already got
in
axed.
quick
Jesus.
succession. He's going to buy back into the game, though, as they've lost Grimstroke. So a 1-for-1, but if IO can get back into this, they could potentially turn Infamous, unless their internet goes out again for the literal 4th time of this game. Void Spirit still alive on the backside.
Oh,
they're
he
going to
dodged the silent.
absolutely
Oh, no,
destroy Sammy Boy.
Yeah, like two-shotted there.
Cold Snap still applied to Sven. I think this is going to break the fight up. So a 2 for, well, actually that was a dieback on IO, so a 3 for 2.
But you do get the core for Infamous, so
Yep.
I think you're okay with Sven just continuing to snowball like that. I mean, he's huge, 12K net worth. The guy's gonna have a BKB soon.
Yeah,
It's up 4K. Wow, from Sammy Boy.
That's higher than Jenkins MMR. Oh wait,
careful.
you only dropped to 7K.
You be careful.
My bad. It was 1,400 MMR that you lost. I was thinking
This is,
4. I was
you
thinking
know,
4
you're
something.
kicking a dog while he's down. Let me
Yeah.
just say that. Okay, that's just not
I
cool.
thought you didn't believe in pets.
I don't.
I mean, if he keeps up this lead, he'll be higher than my MMR. The
That's true.
discrepancy.
That's
so.
true.
Only about 1,000 more to go before we get there.
What are you at these days?
I don't play ranked, but I
Where'd
guess I
you- where'd you-
calibrated at like 4.8. Let's
Oh,
say.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
You have ranked anxiety, don't you? Just like Slacks.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Or
guess
just
so.
Maybe quality of life anxiety.
I also I don't take playing Dota as seriously as
Yeah, we
ranked
talked
people
about
do.
you talked
yeah.
about this. Dota's not a game that you like to take.
Yeah, I just
all
play it for
seriously
fun
to-
with
yeah.
friends. You know, I'm not gonna take it super
Uh-oh,
serious.
Excel.
Yeah, Aya, this could be the
Not so
3rd
good.
death in literally a minute,
That's a record.
and down he goes.
Malcolm Ward pace right now. Oh, you know
Yep.
he's got a kill. Never mind.
This will be a different award, I guess. We have to think of a name if he continues this pace.
Has the Malcolm Award been awarded since then?
I feel like it
Oh,
was
I
close.
would've-
Cinderin went 1-20 with Pudge.
Dude, Cinder.
That sounds like a score that Pudge
Why
would have.
does it
No,
have
no,
to
no.
be
And
Cinder?
then win.
I'm sorry. It was either 1-19 or 0-19. It was close, like super
Okay.
close on Pudge.
That sounds about right.
At that point, you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta
I
walk
agree.
in.
That's what I told him. Absolutely. Looks like Monkeys Forever is just going to go down before this Monkey King ult
That is
can even
not good if
materialize.
Monkey King ult is down and he's dying. That is
Yes.
not a good sign.
That's a very bad sign. That
When
means
Sven
Sven's doing
doesn't
a
give
lot
a
of
shit
damage.
about your ult, that is not a good sign.
And now they're going to continue to chase. Is that
Oh,
Aghanim
no.
Scepter from Sven showing itself? Oh, Shackle did connect, but not in time to save another member of 4Zoomers
Man.
as
They just
3 are done.
They have no saves. Like, they don't have a way to help somebody who gets ag stunned by Sven. That's the problem. Whoever gets ag stunned will just die.
Yules into another Superman punch. And Infamous starting to just run away with this game.
Yeah, Sammy needs a BKB. They need Blink on.
Sammy needs BKB, Abyssal, and a MKB.
Can you guys tell me, so I'm not knocking anybody, I'm actually just curious, why is Monkey King good in this game? Because you guys were excited with the pick. Like, forget about
Because-
who's playing it. Why is Monkey King
Well,
good in
I
this
didn't
game,
actually think
theoretically?
Monkey King was that great. I just didn't think. I thought it would have. It, like, relocate into a Monkey King ult is tough. So you're, like, actually able to start a fight and establish control of an area without the fear of, like, the
That's-
counterplay by the opponent.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's what I was thinking. Like Clockwork, Sven, and Io with Relocate are all like super committal to fights. And you drop the Monkey King ult, and then all of a sudden, like, you don't care if they're committing to you. But when you're this far behind, you can literally just kill the Monkey King in the ult, even though he's got like
Barely missed the
15 armor.
Boundless on Excel there.
It's rough.
I will say, though, I would think Clockwork, out of all the melee heroes in the early game, is one of the best against Monkey King. Like, on paper, a lot of melee heroes are bad versus Monkey King, similar to how a lot of strength heroes are bad versus Timber. But an example would be like Phoenix, albeit a strength hero, usually buys Vessel and does a shit ton of damage and eventually can help kill a Timber.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't pick Timber against Phoenix, like as a counter.
Yeah, of course.
And it's similar here where I don't necessarily think I would pick Monkey King against Clockwork to counter it.
Right. I mean, he's got cogs to knock you back.
You've
and
got a
if you-
lot of disruptive spells.
Yeah, if you run on him, it takes like 8 seconds to get your stacks on him.
Because of the battery assault. Yeah, exactly. They're
That's-
smoked
Alright,
up.
Full
super
5-man
Oh,
smoke
here it is.
from
Monkeys
Infamous.
forever. Here it is.
Into the Aether Remnant.
Well, he got smoked.
It's
on.
not quite
Into
fair.
Superman
he
punch.
did get 5-man smoke, so that doesn't count.
I feel like it's maybe too late for him to have that important death.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to happen this game.
Because
not a good
at this
read.
point, the excuse can always be, okay, well, the Sven has like 7 items.
I mean, he
so-
got 5-man smoked. If I'm down by 9K and I get 5-man smoked, or anyone else in the world is down by that much.
I mean, I don't know how you
they're
can
gonna
win
die.
this game when Void Spirit has a DD the entire game. Like,
Yeah,
that
That's
just doesn't seem
actually
fair.
That does not help.
OP. I think Sven looks like he has a DD all game as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, the
Yeah, this
shackle
hero
from
is just
Rubik.
out of control, man.
Papita's.
Looks like they'll find a third kill in this
Stop.
mini
You
engagement.
say Papita one more damn
Papita?
time.
You got to say with a southern Papita?
Papita.
You can do it, Jenkins.
Capita.
Well, that's pretty good, actually. So what's the road to coming back here for 4Zoomers? We look at it from their perspective. You said BKB and Monkey King. Like,
They need a
how
high
can you
ground
even
throw by
remotely
Infamous.
fight against this Sven?
They actually just need an accidental Superman dive into the tier 4s. I'm not like exaggerating.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the
I've
thing
done
is,
it. I've pulled
if
this
they
off.
if they get their blinks and if they get their BKBs and these disjoints for the Sven stun, still that just keeps you alive. I mean, like, how do you fight after that? It's like Sven will just do it again in 5 seconds and then kill you.
I want to give a shout out to all the people that understand me. In this case, it's probably the Monkey King is the hero that represents that potential. For all the people that have been sieging high ground as Sven and said, I'm going to stun this guy, and then the guy just jumps into his own fountain, and then you Superman into the opponent fountain, and then proceed to lose the game.
You know there's a limit on it now?
Oh,
What
are
do
they
you mean a
actually going to
limit?
find Sammy Boy?
Like you can't stun an Ember who remnants to fountain.
You can't do that anymore?
No. They
Wait,
fixed
so
that.
they buffed it?
They buffed it.
What? When did they fix that?
This was like a couple months back.
Oh, because I did that like maybe 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, no,
For sure.
Same here. Did I Ember remnanted to base?
It was
killed
Ember
the guy.
for me. Yeah, it was Ember for
Yeah,
me.
and then he did it to me again, and then he dodged.
I
It's
looked
like,
at the net worth graph. I was up by like 20K at 25 minutes, and we lost the game. Because I just dove tier 4s with on accident, obviously. I didn't try to.
Oh, I was the Ember in the
Yeah,
situation.
in mine I was the Sven.
No.
Yeah,
Well, we
That's
got a
rough.
full smoke, full 5-man smoke from 4Zoomers.
the
Looks
Hail
like
Mary
one will be
smoke.
popped. Yeah, it could be the end of the game if it goes poorly. Sammy Boy's going to be caught out to start things out. Sven jumps in. Will he be able to burst him down before he gets anything of importance off? It looks like he's still pretty low, but the Windrunner did die, buys back into the game. The Void Spirit will be lost on the other side, though. Trades left and
This is
right,
going
but
pretty
Sammy
well
Boy
for them.
eventually does fall. Now, Monkeys Forever is extremely fast, but
What the hell?
cannot
Oh,
outrun the Sven, sadly. Superman will catch up to anything at this stage. Nice hook shot. Sven continuing to cleave. Looks like they'll be able to find Gunner with a couple more right clicks than they do. Shackle shot into the power shot. Still not enough to actually find the kill, but Ocean 4 staffs. The cogs keep him out of distance. He finally finds it some way, somehow, but Sven just cleaning up left, right, and center. Grimstroke not able to take out Papita.
Does anybody else have an issue that Sven stun with Ags Qs an attack instantly?
Yes.
That's a problem. I think that needs to be nerfed.
I mean, we talked about this before, how Echo Saber doesn't even work in
Yeah.
terms of the double hit, so it would be the same if it didn't.
Yeah.
Because you get Echo Saber anyway,
Yeah.
right?
It's true.
Papita able to
Does
actually
it work on the
TP
second
out.
and third attack or no?
I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've tested it. And for all I know, they ninja fixed it.
Who
But
knows?
Kind of similar
yeah.
to what Jenkins just said.
It's hard to know what that.
Kind of like they ninja fixed the Lifestealer feast bug.
Yeah, that was weird.
It used to. It was doing damage.
Yeah, that's what I was
Uh-oh,
referring to.
They
Sammy
fixed it like 4
boy.
years ago.
they were going for Roche, but now they're just going to go for the kills. Can Sammy Boy get off his ultimate? He does, and then dies immediately.
Perfect timing.
And now Gunner looks to be next, and this should honestly probably be GG for game 1.
Jeez.
They'll go for the Roshan, as
Pa-
game has
Packus
not been
is-
called.
Not the type of player you want to give this amount of farm either. I have seen this guy 1v5.
Jenkins is an optimist, though. He knows Bloodseeker's about to hit that timing.
Do you think the Bloodseeker was really the problem?
I think that hero has absolutely no impact in every game I watch it.
Do you think that Zoomers would have won if Monkeys Forever was on Batrider?
Like, that's a really hard thing to say because they picked it first round, so the draft would just be different.
Papita on Rubik, and the cogs to push him back,
Oh, Mars.
and Superman to finish it off.
I think if
Generic
Monkeys was
offlaner.
playing a good offlaner, they would have a way better chance of winning. I think they are a solid team, and I'm honestly saying this in a loving way to them because I love most of them. They are literally griefing themselves in the draft. I don't understand how they're still picking Bloodseeker. I think these guys are solid players, and
Yeah,
they
I'm
just
not-
need to stop picking garbage heroes.
I'm going to ask Husky tonight what he thinks about what you're saying right now.
He knows I don't like Sammy Boy.
And I know he's going to be very...
I am
No,
neutral-
that's not what I'm saying.
I am neutral to Ocean,
I was talking,
and I like everyone else on that team.
I was talking about what you're saying about Bloodseeker.
Well, I would like to
Dude,
see
you're
their
di-
proof to the contrary.
Okay. Well, I'm just curious on opinion. You know, we're just sitting here expressing our bullshit opinions. I'm just going to ask him to do the same.
I'm the kind of guy that maybe I'm not the smartest, but if I stick my hand on an oven and it burns, I'm not going to do it again.
I don't think that's true. I think you have to stick your head in
Maybe-
the oven.
See, that's a, it's a more binary thing, though, right? In Dota, it's not that binary. Like,
I mean, if you lose, you lose.
Yeah, so you're never going to pick any of these 5 heroes again then?
No, I'm a big like I'm a firm believer that you have to give like multiple sample sizes, but like when a hero clearly has no impact like 4 games in a row, like at that point.
I mean, I've not been impressed. This Gunner will be finished off
I feel
again.
like the teams have looked very rough. I
The
mean, this
thing
is
for
just
me
a
is
stomp.
simple, Jenkins. You said my Bloodseeker play is not very good. I played Sand King like 3 or 4 times. I wasn't very good at Sand King, but I was like, wow, I feel like I did something this game, even though I did not play well. But then I played Bloodseeker. I probably didn't play very well, and I was just like, I feel like I'm doing nothing. I feel like I'm useless.
I'm gonna ask Husky about your Sand King as well and see what info we can get,
Well,
get on that.
Well, I didn't ever argue a single time that I played Sand King well. You know, I'm saying even if you don't play a hero optimally, there's this feeling you can get where it's like, wow, that hero felt strong. And if I had played it better, it may be really strong. So
Sure.
then you give it more of a chance. It's kind of like Brax with IO. Sometimes it doesn't play out.
Hey, just anecdotally
Sometime-
saying you play Bloodseeker, you don't like it. I play Bloodseeker, I like it. I win. Feels good. At 8K MMR, thank you very much.
And what is your MMR now?
That is unrelated
All
information.
right, with that in mind, obviously Infamous takes game 1. They're up 1-0 in this best of 3. We'll have to wait and see if BSJ can somehow repair his relationship with Sammy Boy, but we'll take this quick break and find out after that. Welcome back to the Monster Energy Dota Summit. SUNSfan here with BSJ and Jenkins, who's looking at me very curiously after that Game 1 performance from Infamous, taking out 4Zoomers, who are now, based on our coverage at least, 0-3 and really none of the games they were really in, I feel
We just
like.
blame Bloodseeker and we can call it a day.
Well, how many games did they play Bloodseeker out of
least
those
2.
3? So 2 out of the 3.
Yes, at least
Okay.
2. So they're only 0-1 for the tournament.
Well, you could look at it on the positive side. They're bound to win at some point.
Well, it's either
Maybe in
now
the
or
pub
never.
after the tournament,
It's either
but
now or never.
or the pub
Because
afterwards.
this is their last game, right? If they lose.
Yes,
Okay.
that is
Right.
correct.
I'm trying to look at their score here.
Yeah, you go check up the stats and give it.
They had
You're
a
gonna
pretty
be the
decent
stats
group
man.
stage.
They had a
didn't
great group stage, yeah.
Yeah,
but
they were top 4. Like they
I
were
think they were
in the upper
second.
bracket.
I think they're actually second in the.
Oh,
in the
okay,
groups.
okay.
Like, they did very well.
Yeah, I remember because I have the podcast with Monkeys, I get to ask him about his week.
How
And-
did you do? I haven't looked at your page.
What do you mean?
That's what you sound like when you talk to Monkey.
Yeah, it's something
I
like,
haven't watched any of your games. How did it go?
Yeah, I say like how's the team doing? I get an update. It
That's
seems
good.
like recently they've been a bit demotivated, just because
Of losing
not because of it's really just the fact that-
personalities.
no, prior to this tournament.
Give us the
there's-
dirt, BSJ. For gotcha, spit it out.
No, I'm saying a lot of the NA competitive region is kind of just like
Yeah, no, that's true.
the team that is having the rising success out of all of them, Team Zero, is the one that says we win because we don't practice.
Yeah.
Eternal Envy's been playing
It's true.
teamfight tactics every day for the last 10 days.
He has not played Dota other than
Yes.
matches in 10 days. That
I
is
think that was supposed to
astounding.
be private.
And actually, I want to talk about this more because it's just a fascinating concept in
Teamfight
general.
tactics.
But we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get into Game 2 right after this.